bucket, but not that time.
And the basket by Harris.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Here's Jackson. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense. Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder lead by 15. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return.
Tune in next Tuesday night, February 24th. Stephen Curry of Golden State.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This was such a pretty pass, Kevin. A beautiful assist, and of course it turned into the easy basket, but just a gorgeous play there.
On the floor for Dallas, Felton and Ellis pair up at the 1 and the 2. Jefferson out there with Greg Smith, and it's Nowitzki in at the 5, roaming the paint. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against Memphis. Nowitzki with the screen on Jackson. Felton sets a screen for Jefferson. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. The rebound by McGarry.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Outside, Felton. The alley-oop out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for McGarry. Durant comes in for Anthony Morrow. Roberson, he's checked in for Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jackson. And then for Dallas, Al Farouk Aminu. He's checked in for Greg Smith. Chandler Parsons comes in for Richard Jefferson. And Barea subbed in for Raymond Felton.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Perkins is checked in. Barea dishes to Ellis.
Guys, it seems like the league has been pretty forward-thinking, willing to embrace changes over time, always trying to improve the game. And I think, they actually changed the competition committee over the last couple of years. It used to be every general manager. Now it's made up of 3 owners, 3 general managers, 3 coaches, and a player, which I think is a much more manageable group to work with.
That's good. 8 points for Russell Westbrook. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. The fader. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Roberson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Durant, that time on the assist from Roberson. And that's now 30 points for Kevin Durant. Dallas with the ball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Dallas also making some changes. Smith checked in for Nowitzki. Villanueva comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Harris subbed in for Monte Ellis. Jackson kicks to Durant. And they will call over the back on the play.
Not much doubt about that over the back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
With their fast break operating so efficiently, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Collison's out there, and Dallas also making the switch. Jefferson's checked in for J.J. Barea. Jefferson kicks to Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Dallas again missing. Now the Thunder with it. They're on a 13-5 run here.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for Oklahoma City.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Durant. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Jackson against Harris. Jefferson kicks to Villanueva. The jump hook. Kendrick Perkins grabs the miss. Thunder have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. The drive by Jackson, and that one's good.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Durant. And Dallas with a change here, too. Stoudemire's checked in. And Harris drops them both. Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. The three-pointer off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Stoudemire, the screen. And it's Harris off the drive. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's Jackson. Launches it. The shot is off. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly. But can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
Well, it's a team game. Everybody has to come to play. Everybody play hard in the second half. We stuck together, so we just got to continue to do that.
A solid all-around effort. Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
Brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA, and you've got Ernie Johnson, and you've got Shaquille O'Neal. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the San Antonio Spurs. You take a look at the Spurs. 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. Shaq, it seems the Spurs just keep on getting better. Now, of course, you got Duncan and Parker and Ginobili, and now with the way Kawhi Leonard played in the postseason, you got really a big 4. Who's the most critical component to that team?
Well, Tim Duncan is still the most important. However, Parker is the motor for the Spurs. He makes the offense go, and he provides that spark when they need it. And guess what? Kawhi, Sugar K. Leonard, he can come in and give you a spark also. And Greg Popovich, the controller of that San Antonio Spurs system, they are incredible to watch, Ernie.
Game time is upon us. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. Welcome, everybody. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr and the rest of our terrific 2K crew. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us. You take a look at Los Angeles. This game, an interesting matchup for them, facing another middle-of-the-pack team. They're looking to take a step forward. This is the type of game that they've got to measure the progress with.
You know, I think for the Clippers, they've got to be happy with how things have gone for them. I mean, they haven't suffered a deep drop-off, and they're still the good, solid team they were a year ago.
Yeah, but they haven't taken a step forward either. And I thought maybe they would. I mean, to me, this has been maybe a little bit disappointing. They're not in bad position. I just thought they'd be better, Clark.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Bonner. And it's Duncan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind it out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think. This is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
The shot's good from Paul.
I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. He's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
Parker drives in. Can't connect. From short range.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Paul. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Houston. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Parker against Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Parker against Paul. Parker dishes to Green. Here's Duncan. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Duncan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, head coach Greg Popovich, a big believer in what he calls corporate knowledge, the idea that continuity breeds success through players truly understanding the system at a deep level.
Now here's Redick. 20 points for him last game against Houston. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Paul. Got it. Good job in the low post. Paul's got 10 points.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
And as much as Popovich, Clark values that continuity, the team's principles really never stand still. He adapts to his personnel and adjusts his strategies.
And that's a credit to any really good leader. And I've heard it said that leadership is everything when you're talking organizations, team sports. And that's a great point. I mean, the Spurs have won going big. They've won going small. They've won as a defensive-focused team. They've won as an offensive-focused team. I mean, they haven't changed their core principles, but to Popovich's credit, he has adjusted styles based on his personnel and where they are in their career cycle.
You know, it's interesting.